What you're about to listen to is a replay from a live workshop that I hosted on SEO, search engine optimization, how to get your business found on Google. We talk about backlink building, we talk about guest posts, we talk about structuring your website, managing your Google My Business listing, and all the things that you need to do to get your business showing up on Google. So I hope you enjoy this. It was recorded less than a month ago, so it's all pretty recent information for you to get your small business found on Google.
Barrett, tell us a little bit about how, once we have our site structured correctly, how does Google know who to rank and how do these kind of external links work and kind of votes of confidence?
The best metaphor for this is to think about it in the context of social media. So social media is the human version and backlinks are kind of the algorithmic version. And so let's use your social media account, for example. You've done this body of work over the last 3 or 4 years, putting out content, helping people, educating them. So other people started to read it, repost it, retweet it, so other people see it. And then, now if you're tweeting something about self-storage, like we know you have the body of work where we're going to listen. And if we're interested in that, we place a high value of your opinion on self-storage investing because you've done it and you've proven to us that you're good at it. Google and backlinks are the same exact thing. So you've put out a bunch of content, other websites link to you and reference your content as an authority on a subject. The more that happens and the more powerful the sites that link to you, Google just starts to place a really high degree of trust into what you're saying. And so it acts as a heuristic for them to be able to say, you put out a new piece of content, it can rank overnight. Where if you're a site that has no links and no other sites kind of backing your reputation, it may take you months or years or never to rank a piece of content. And then the more competitive a search term or a topic, so typically competition is correlated with like how much money you can make doing something. So for example, a plumber in Boston, ranking number 1 on that might literally be millions of dollars of revenue per year. So they're not just going to send that to a guy who created his website last week. So that's where the more backlinks you can get through your body of work, the better you're going to rank. And the real value is the more quickly you're going to rank new content and new terms. So there's a speed aspect as well.
All right. So let me kind of say that again so that I can explain it to myself so I can make sure that I'm understanding it.
Mm-hmm.
Links to my website are kind of like people who follow me on social media, meaning like if somebody has 300,000 followers on social media, Twitter is going to serve it up quicker to more people because it has that system of ranking. Oh, if Nick has 300,000 followers on Twitter, this entire, social media app must know and like what Nick has to say. Google is the same way. If other websites are linking to your website, meaning you have links to boltstorage.com, boldseo.com, any of these websites that folks have, dropped in the bucket here, Google is looking at that as like a proxy for trustworthiness. Is the way it's written right here. So,
but what you were saying is 100% accurate, though. It is just it's a system for trust, and links and content really are kind of equal. So assuming you have all these boxes checked that Simon just went through, what you want to consistently do is attract and build links through guest posting, directories, which we'll get into, and then you want to create content, which is really blogs, landing pages. I think video, will be great in the future as that becomes more of a mainstream way for businesses to communicate with customers. So the goal is to build trust. Trust equals dollars in your pocket if you're a small business owner. So, that's really how tight the correlation is when you zoom out.
Yeah. Somebody asked here, do you guys help people set up websites from the beginning with SEO? The answer is no, we don't build websites. We do on-page work for current websites. We work with a sister company called WebRun that can build your website, but most of our clients already have a business; they already have websites. But if you're hiring a web developer, I'm sure our team would happily make sure they're doing it right, basically. All right. So you want to talk a little bit about keywords, Simon?
Yeah, we can go to keywords. This is actually a good example to stick on. Barrett was referring to keyword difficulty. This illustrated perfectly. Like, this is a really high intent keyword. Someone's gone on Google here. They've searched plumbers in Austin. Clearly, they're looking for a solution now. They're looking to spend money. This is a relatively difficult keyword. it's different tools that you use are going to give you different like metrics for keyword difficulty. This one is a 30 out of 100, which is, I mean, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. For a local business, you kind of want to be in the like 20 to 30 range in a competitive metro like Austin. So this keyword's got 1,000 visits per month in the US. Likely most of those searches are in Austin because it's got Austin in the keyword, and the keyword difficulty is relatively hard, but very high intent. Someone's looking to spend money, and you can see that correlates to a very high cost per click. So on the right side there, you'll see the cost per click is $29 odd. So if you are running Google ads for this keyword, plumbers in Austin, every single person that clicks on your ad, you're getting charged almost $30 for. And so you can kind of see if you can get into the organic results for that keyword, the value you're going to get from that traffic is insane. 1,000 searches per month. That's like kind of, if you're in the top 3 positions, you can be getting 600 of those searches a month, 20 a day at $30 a click. That's like $600 worth of traffic every single day that you're getting basically for free, because you would have done the work to get onto page 1 in the beginning. So just a really good example of the power of doing it right there.
That's a good example, Simon, of SEO when done well. One way to think about it is like building equity into your website. So that $600 of free traffic that you're getting every day, it's like there's an underlying value for that you now have as a business, that you're getting customers that your competitor isn't. You're not paying per click. There's a high degree of trust, and then if you compound that with good reviews from your customers as you do good work, that just extrapolates out to a ton of value over time. So it's really important to think about it, not just in the context of traffic and clicks, but also like what is it doing for the value of your business and making your website an asset, not just a box checker that customers, can't find.
We have one quick question before we keep
definitely
talking about this. One person wants to know, Simon, you mentioned engagement on a website, how long somebody's on a website, and somebody wants to know, hey, I thought Google Analytics wasn't for SEO. How do you, but why is it important? I guess we already said why it's important, but how does a business owner kind of check around to see how long people are spending on their website?
Yeah, there's a GA4 is the new version of Google Analytics that you'll have to use going forward. And on GA4, there's an engagement tab that lets you view basically, once someone has landed on your website, how are they engaging with your website? And one of the reported metrics there is basically time on page. That's one I check a lot. Another one would be how many interactions that they have with that page. So highly recommend.
So the answer is Google
Analytics
4 and the engagement tab. Awesome. So let's talk about ways to improve domain authority and domain rank, because it's pretty obvious that domain rank and domain authority are very highly correlated with rankings. So there's the content piece, there's the website structure piece, and then there's the authority in the eyes of Google.
Yeah, just keep producing content. And so for a local business, like let's say a good clip of content is 3,000 to 4,000 words per month. If it's going to be blogs, could be adding 3 to 4 new landing pages a month. And then as far as backlinks, you're going to want to build, let's say anywhere from 3 to 10 per month. If you're starting out and you're on you're new to this, you might want to be in the 3 to 6 range just to not be too aggressive out of the gate. And then you can scale up over time. But the way to improve authority is to consistently do these over time. I think that's one piece of feedback we would have for a lot of the, let's say, discovery calls we have at Bold, is people say, oh, what if I just do all of this up front? What will happen? Will I just, rank number 1 forever? And there's something to be said with this about consistency. And, it's like doing the landscaping at your house. It's like if you just do the fall cleanup, it's not going to look great all year. You need to consistently have the landscaper come every other week or something like that. So that's how you want to think about building authority. And this graph here is one of my favorites from Ahrefs, but it shows this is a survey of 1 billion web pages. So pretty large sample for this statistic. But the more referring domains that a web page has, meaning a unique backlink to that page, the more traffic it gets. And so with a sample size that large, it's, irrefutable that links work. And, there's also typically those pages will have great content too. So you can't ignore the content completely and just go get a bunch of links. there's a reason why people are linking to this, but it's to show that they're both really important. Good content will drive links. So they're related for sure.
How do you check domain rank? I'm on this tool all the time. So if you go to this website, ahrefs.com/backlink, if you just search free backlink checker, this is the #1 result. I'm punching my small businesses in here all the time because it's telling me what new links I got, how many links I have. And I know the actual domain authority on here goes up, it goes down, it changes all the time. But this is basically telling me where I'm at. And then I punch my competitors in here. So all the people in the Q&A who just put their business, dropped it in here, a really good practice is to go to this website and punch your business in here. And you're working to get your domain authority as high as possible. What's a good one? Local small businesses, you can rank really well with a domain authority between 10 and 20. We've seen it all the time, especially with the right content, the right structure. A small business in a larger metro area, you may need upwards of 30. And a regional local business, you definitely want to have 40 plus. Some of the big competitors like Public Storage, in the storage space, there's 70 plus because they've been around 20 years. They have thousands and thousands of referring domains that have linked to them. And then when it comes to software as a service, big national companies, a higher domain authority, 50 plus, is definitely what it's going to require to rank on the first page of Google. What makes a good backlink, Simon?
Overall, the metric that we focus most on is traffic. If a site's getting good traffic and you're getting a link from them, it's an awesome signal. But you also, if you are doing manual link building where you're going out and you're actually reaching out to publishers, you want to find a site that's got hopefully an equal or better domain rating than you do. It's obviously like a status symbol almost. If you're getting a link from a site that has a really high domain rating like Forbes, almost like one of the most impossible links to get, it's a great signal in the eyes of Google that this is a site to be trusted because it's getting links from other really trusted sites. So niche relevant, something that's in the area that you play in, or local relevant if it's a local link. So if it's like a local university or a local charity or something, and then good traffic and high DR.
So this is my favorite page because I'm a scrappy entrepreneur. I don't necessarily want to pay for backlinks all the time. And look, this is what Bold SEO does. If you need backlinks for your business and you need good, high quality backlinks, you can go to Bold SEO. This is what we do. Simon does this 24/7. He sources and searches for great backlinks for small businesses. But there's a lot of ways that you can do this yourself. I go on a podcast tour every 6 months and get interviewed by as many podcasts as I can in exchange for putting these links that you see over on the right side of this page into the show notes. And when they put them in the show notes, it shows up on Spotify, it shows up on Apple, it shows up on all the different places that the podcast is published, as well as the website, the page you see up here, the sidehustlenation.com. They have a really good domain authority. They link to all my small businesses. So podcasts are a really great way to get them. You can get a local newspaper article about you. You can reach out to the editor with a unique thing about your company. You can get, offer some reviews and testimonials. You can, a really good way to do this is sponsor youth teams. We pay $150 in my hometown to sponsor the local Little League area. And boom, we get a link on the Little League page to my storage company. It's a no-brainer. There's actually some city basketball tournament in Bloomington, Indiana that happens every year. You can sponsor that and get a bloomington.gov backlink, which a government backlink in your town is like a dream for a local service business. So my brother sponsors that tournament every year. You can donate to a nonprofit in exchange for a link on their website. You can do guest posts, and you can manually list your business across all these citation websites. So here's an example, Bloomington Youth Basketball right here. This is my brother's website, and boom, he's got a link right down here on the bottom right for this stuff. So it's a really good way to build backlinks.
Big news, guys. I created a free PDF that details my method on how I analyze a self-storage facility and figure out what it's worth. Give me a pen, the back of a napkin, and a couple metrics, and I can figure out about what the property is going to be worth to me. If you want to download this PDF, click in the show notes, the first link, and you can give me your email address, and you get a email right away with a 4-page PDF that outlines exactly how I think about underwriting or giving my initial analysis on a self-storage facility. Again, click the link in the show notes and you're going to get that document for free. This episode of Sweaty Startup is brought to you by supportshepherd.com. SHEPHERD. They are a full-service headhunting agency in the Philippines to help you find talent for your service business at 20% of the cost of U.S. equivalents. I've hired 8 employees through Support Shepherd. I cannot speak highly enough about how it is revolutionizing my business. This company finds you candidates. They background check them. They do personality tests. They make sure they're a good fit based on your job description. They set up the interviews, and they even help you with the employment contract when you're ready to make the hire. I cannot recommend them enough. Check out supportshepherd.com to learn more.